Well, folks, hope you're well. Hope you're staying in. Hope you're staying safe. On my Facebook page, I said I was going to tie a few flies while we're all stuck inside. Some pike flies, some hot core roach patterns. That's a few I've tied up there. As you see the hot core stuff. Hope you can see them. Now I'm filming this on my phone, so I hope it won't go out of or in and out of focus a whole lot. Right, let's get started. For the body, I use the Silver Scales Crayfish fibre. It's very good, very soft, very easy to work with. That's going to be, obviously the grey is going to be the top half of the roach, and for the belly or the bottom, if you like, is going to be the same material and white. The hook I'm using is a sea hook actually. I would use these a lot. I think it's an uptight or something like that. It's a 3/0 anyway. But a very good hook. And it's a small fly, so that hook's fine for it. Right, I've got my thread. The thread is Phoebus 140. Have it tied in it, as you can see. It's at halfway up the shank, I suppose. Right, so let's get tying then. So the first part of this is going to be on the top. This style of fly, this style of tying, I should say, is called V style. I'll explain that as I do it. But your first piece is going to go along this shank. I've cut a length off and I have tapered up the ends. I find the best way is just to pull it out and then to roll each end of it. And then you get a nice taper with it, as you can see. Right, so let's get this one. A pinch and loop, tie it down tight. This is going to be the tail, obviously, of the fly. So, as you can see, this part, the bottom part, is going to be shorter than the top part that you fold over. Just a bit shorter, because it's going to give you a nice profile even to start off with. This fly is all about the profile. There we go. Now, tie it down over the top tight. On top of it. There we go. Now, next, spin your fly or your hook round, and the same in white for the bottom. Should drop that bit there. That's the same, it's just tapered. Now, a baitfish pattern, the bottom half, or the belly, if you like, shouldn't extend out further than the top half of the fly. It just doesn't look great. It's just not, it's just, as I say, it just doesn't look right. So, if anything, it should be equal, or in fact a bit less, to get that nice shape. So, measure that up. That's about the same as that. So, tie this in. This bit's a wee bit fiddly. This is probably the hardest part of the whole fly, actually, because it's not a hard fly to tie. It's just more repetitive than anything else. Pinch it out. Just do it, not too tight, so you can just fix it and then push down on it. There we go. Now, I'm going to split this material with the hook point. As you can see, well, I'm not sure if you can see or not, but I'll show you in a wee minute. There, I've split that material so it's on either side of the point just. And what you do is, yeah, turn your fly around and take it. It's better to take the hook out of the vise to do this, because then you can get it even and you can see what you're doing. That's okay, actually. Sorry, first time. So that's a fluke. So, put it back in. And then continue to tie it down. Make sure it's really tied down tight, because as everyone knows, the tail of your fly can get nipped and nipped all day. And you still blank. What I do. Right, there we go. As you can see, you're starting to get the shape already almost. We've only really started. So bring your thread forward a bit. Put on a bit of glue. There we go. Now, the next bit, I think I dropped that bit there. Excuse me, where I get up. Right. Right. So I've left this in square because I want to show you how to taper it. Just pull out the middle fibres, and not too much. Not the say this stuff's easy to work with, and you just roll it. And it goes into a nice taper. And you just put off any stray bits. Right, the next bit, just back on top again. Right, this time I'm going to add in a bit of flash, and to this one I'm going to add 2 strands of gold, 2 strands of silver, and 3 strands of UV. UV is a flash-a-boo stuff, very fine. As you can see, it's almost like blue actually. But I like having UV flash. It's better to have it in it, I think, than that, because you just never know. Right. This doesn't have to be blended because it's all going to get brushed through into the fly anyway. This fly is a good one for, like, say, the beginners and stuff like that. It's easy to tie. Now, this is when we start the V style. Now, you put your material across the shank, not along the shank. So, and you just catch it in. Aye. Always check that these two are even, or at their level. At this point you can move it if they're not. Those two are okay. And then we'll tie it down, secure it in. Okay, now that is, what's that? I don't know, 45 degrees or whatever that is across the thing. And this is where the V style comes in, because you fold each side back and along the side, but on top obviously, if you know what I mean. And then you just tie it down like that. And I'll spin that around and show you what it looks like, because it's easier. See, well, I'm not sure. That one's going up there, that's going up that side, and this is how you start to build up the wide profile of this fly. There we go. Now we'll go underneath. Right, I'll just brush that out a wee bit, just to see where we're at with it. And don't worry about those extra bits of flesh. You can snip them off at the end. Right, underneath. Same again, just, yep. Back to the white again. And just roll it in a nice profile. Across. Just to hold it, and then that's not even, that's about even there. That's across again, you see. And tie it in tight. And fold that back in the V shape underneath. And secure that down. Tie it down really tight. Bring your thread forward. There we go. A wee touch more glue, just to make sure. This fly's done really, really well for me over, I suppose, the last maybe 2 seasons. It's probably the first fly I have on, actually. And the spots where I would fish. Aye. As you're coming forward, these lengths are obviously going to get shorter along the body, and that creates the shape of it too. So you don't really have to do anything. It's I mean, it's a real easy fly to tie. Just remove some of that excess glue. Just hope this turns out well. So on my phone, I suppose if you're seeing it now, it has. It hasn't turned out shite. There, even them up. That's not right. There we go. And if it's not right, you can't fix it. Just don't go ahead and secure it down. But like, take your time with it and tie it in right. Secure it in. Bring your thread forward a wee bit just to the front of that bump. Right, underneath again. More white. Same again. Across the shank. Make sure they're level or even. Secure it in. There we go. Brush it out a bit, see where we're at. Say it's a small fly, it's not a big fly, it's an easy one to get started on. I'm just going to cut them off. Right. Just try to table them up a wee bit too. Just don't come in square with them like that. Just try to cut them at different lengths. It just looks better. Right. So the last one for the top. Now this is where this gets folded, not along the sides, because we've already got the flat wide profile. This tie comes over the top. I'll show you what I mean. It just gets tied along the shank as the tail or the first tie did. I'm going to tie it in now. That's it, good. It just gives you a shape. Oh, wee roach. That's what you want. Now, I want to glue that in place. Need that extra bit. So, for the head, we're going to use craft fur. I'm going to use a dark grey for the top and a white for underneath. But the hot core is next. Spin that round underneath. Now you finish with the body as such. Just add in the hot core. The hot core material is stuff from Dave Downey. It's predator flesh. This stuff here. There. Really good stuff, really bright actually. And the difference with this and what I think that makes this fly very good is I'll use this orange. I suppose that's like a sunburst actually. So that's sunburst, and then this fluoro pink stuff, and I'm gonna mix these two, and that's the difference. Now you can just tie it in pink or the sunburst or orange, but this just gives it a wee bit extra, in my opinion. As I say, it's caught me plenty of fish, and it's caught others plenty of fish too. So I'm just going to cut this up. Sorry if you can't see this, by the way. I don't know if you can or not. I'm just trimming this down a bit. Set that there. Get some on my orange, or my sunburst, whatever it is. I don't know how many strands there. I don't know. But I couldn't count them. 20, I don't know. It goes off. Aye. Just gonna mix these in. Doesn't have to be really mixed in. Great. Just as long as you have it mixed in a bit. There's too much in this, so maybe just I'll not use all of this. I'm going to cut it down a bit too because it's too long again. So let's say that would do. That amount there. As I say, that's a bit too long, so I'm going to cut a wee bit of this off. Right, and then just, you don't want square edges. Just tape that out a wee bit. That's us, there we'll have it. It goes underneath. Right, we see now. Right in there. Again, it's just going along. There's no need to V-style this. So maybe that's about 50-50. You're tying that in. You have a look at that first. Yep. There. And fold this over. Down tight. There. Spin that round, see where we're at. That's alright. So the craft fur for the head is this real dark grey. I'm going to add to it. Sorry, I'll tell you how to prepare first. You just brush it out. You take off a clump. Now, the craft fur, you're going to think it's loads and loads when you first cut it off, but it's not because of the under fur. Now, you're going to think that's loads, but I'm going to show you how it ends up when you take out the under fur of it. So that's a big clump there, but throw us in the bin here. I'm just pulling out all the under fur. Right, so and what you're left with is that for the head. But even to thin it out even more, come in like this, and just thin it out with your scissors. Don't obviously come in like that. You just make it square and shorten it just. That just so it's not a huge big bulk of it. Just take that out just. There you go. To this I'm going to add Angelina fibre. Now you can get this stuff from any craft shop. I suppose it's just like a sparkly UV. Fine material, real fine stuff. And it's good for heads. So take a bit of that. Just so I just sort of wrap it around it. That means that's going to be tied in anyway. Just wrap it around. As most of it actually just gets pulled out anyway, because you don't need loads and loads of it for it to show up in the water. Alright, so it's going to be tied in reverse, that bit forward, which is going to get folded back forward. Right, that's us. So a pinching loop here, just to keep this on top. Take some of that excess off. And just check it before you really tighten down on it. The hadn't slip around it. That's okay actually. Like so. At the bottom is white craft fur. This the same again. Just brush it out. Get a good clump of it. Take out the under fur. Stuff goes all over the place. Is that fine? And the same again. You just thin it out. A wee bit. And to this is more Angelina fibre, but like a pearl, like a UV pearl stuff. So just add it to that. Again, it doesn't have to be brushed in or anything like that. It's just going to get tied in. And the same again. This is going to get tied in forward, and then just fold it back. Now, I would have this end of it just coming up to the edges of the hot core, like that. Just so some of the hot core shows through. But when this is wet, when this craft fur is wet, the white stuff, it becomes almost see-through, translucent, which is why this flies good. So make sure you've got that right. Tie it down and tight. Now, just check out to see if that's okay. Yep. And just do like a half hitch or with any kind of sort of tan off thing that you want. Yeah, because you're gonna put super glue here to hold this tan. Let's do 2. Yeah, I'll do, because as I say, going to put in a bit of super glue here to hold it all in place. There we go. Get your glue. That's okay. I'm thinking you need new glue. It's very thick getting. A good tip for your glue is to leave it in the fridge. I had this in the fridge, but still new stuff is old enough. So, get that glue in there, right? Aye. We'll just fold these 2 back. Separate them there. Spread the bottom out a wee tiny bit. That gives you a nice finish, nice neat head to your fly. And try not to stick a hook on your finger when you're doing it. So I'm going to brush this all out so you can see the finished fly. Obviously I still have to put eyes on, but I'll take this out. Right. That's a profile that you want. That's what you're going to get, and that should stay like that in the water, because it's fairly almost like spongy with that material, and that's what the face sees. Obviously it's underneath and it's looking up, so it's a nice wide profile, nice shape to it, a few bits of sparkle and UV. The eyes, I'm not going to fill up this because it's just sticking eyes on. The eyes are 12 mil eyes. You can't use smaller. And the glue I use for this is that Unibond, because it's flexible and it actually sticks the flies on very well. So as I say, I'll do a few more flies in the coming weeks, since we're all stuck inside. It's a bit shit at the moment, but sure, it'll only get better, and the fish will be there when we get out. Okay, all right, cheers folks, thank you.